secrets that our planet is hiding from us. And we're sure that there are many things you already know about our planet, but let us doubt the fact that you know all of them. While wondering on how to protect our planet, how many of us actually know everything about it? None. From glitches in gravity to walking rocks, we at Smart is the New Sexy count 15 facts about the little blue planet we like to call home. It's time to find it all out. Number 15, 24 hours. The common saying goes that there are only 24 hours in a day, but that isn't actually true. The Earth spins on its axis for 23 hours and 56 minutes. The reason we add an extra 4 minutes is because the distance in which we've orbited the sun is so great that it takes some extra time just for us to face the sun again. And since the Earth is spinning slower and slower every few million years, in around 250 million years, a typical day will actually last 1.5 hours longer. Number 14, twin planet. There's a well-known theory that at the beginning of Earth's development, there existed a smaller twin planet known as Theia, roughly the size of Mars. 5 billion years ago, it crashed into Earth, and while most of it was absorbed into Earth's crust, the rest drifted off and formed that celestial body known as the Moon. The reason this theory came about is because typically planets of Earth's size don't have moons quite so big. And not to mention various matters found on the moon are somehow shared with Earth. Number 13, heat. Many people assume the sun to be our main source of energy, a life-giving ball of energy which we're utterly dependent on, and that if we ever stopped receiving heat from the sun, the human race would go extinct. In reality, Earth's core is just as hot as the surface of the sun, between 5,000 to 7,000 degrees Celsius. In the event of a catastrophe, say sun rays are permanently blocked by clouds and all land on Earth freezes, we can still harness the energy within Earth to keep us alive. Number 12, exploding lakes. 3 lakes in Cameroon near the border of the Congo, named Nyos, Manun, and Kivu, are more commonly referred to as the exploding lakes. In 1984, on a small stretch of a road, a gas cloud appeared and swallowed many local villagers walking on their way to work, before getting swept away with the wind. 37 people were killed instantly, and they discovered the gas cloud was in fact carbon dioxide, released in an explosion from the lakes, which happened to be sitting above volcanic Earth, and continue to do so to this day. Number 11, unexplored oceans. Even though we've touched down on the moon and conquered vast mountains, the truth is we've only explored a little under 10% of our ocean. To this day, we've only discovered near 210,000 underwater species, with an estimated 20 million yet to be seen. That means a distant fish-human hybrid may indeed have evolved somewhere deep beneath the ocean's surface, and mermaids could still be a real thing. Either that, or more species of fungus. Number 10, gravity is not the same everywhere in the world. Our planet does not really have the form of the sphere, but a form closer to an ellipse. In addition, the ground is irregular, and the mass of our planet is not distributed in a perfectly homogeneous way. This causes variations in the value of the gravitational field. Thus, for example, displacements from the equator to the poles gradually increase the intensity of the gravitational field, although the sea of difference is imperceptible to humans. Number 9, ocean salt. Most of the salt in our ocean comes from rocks on the shores, mainly because rainwater, which is naturally acidic, breaks down the rock and distributes their components into the water. Seawater salt is so dense that if you were to dissolve all the oceans in the world and spread the remaining salt over all the land on Earth, you'd have a 500-foot thick salt layer coating everything. Number 8, rocks can walk. There is a flat lake bed in Death Valley known as Racetrack Playa, in which rocks physically move from place to place. And these are not just small rocks, but ones weighing tens or hundreds of pounds. The theory goes that these ice-encrusted rocks are flooded by meltwater from the hills. This makes everything nice and slick, which, along with a hard breeze, allows the rock to travel. Number 7, supercontinent. Long time ago, when dinosaurs first roamed the Earth, There existed a supercontinent called Pangaea that merged all the countries of the world together into one landmass. But did you know that another supercontinent will form in the next 250 million years? Its name will be Pangaea Ultima. Its appearance will include subduction of the Western Atlantic, the destruction of the Atlantic and Indian Basin, rejoining America with Africa and Europe. The center of this giant landmass will be a semi-arid desert prone to extreme temperatures. Number 6. Earth is a planet of extremes. Our planet is full of contrasts. The variety of its geographical areas and its climates makes practically every region have its own peculiarities. There are several candidates for being the hottest places on Earth, but the place with major temperature recorded is located in Death Valley of the USA, where on July 10th, 1913, the thermometer rose to 56.7 degrees Celsius. At the other end is Antarctica. At the Vostok Station on 31st July 1983, the measuring instruments reached negative 89.2 degrees Celsius. It makes it one of the things you never knew about the Earth. You probably couldn't imagine any place being that hot, especially if you're living in a colder area. Number 5. There are hidden gems beneath your feet. Buried 1,000 feet underground, the gypsum pillars in Mexico's appropriately named Cave of Crystals are the largest natural crystals known. Some of the beams in the sweltering cave measure more than 30 feet long. Now, you might think it's hard for Earth to hide such a glittering crystalline trove, but the cave was only discovered in 2000 when silver miners accidentally broke through its walls. A similarly magical subterranean treasure, Vietnam's Hang Son Doong Cave, the world's largest, also remained hidden until relatively recently. Spotted in 1991, the cave hosts a lush rainforest, and it's big enough for a 747 jumbo jet to comfortably park inside. Number 4. Some parts are downright alien-looking. Ethiopia's Danakil Depression is a bizarre landscape worthy of all the superlatives tossed at it. The hottest, the driest, the lowest, the weirdest. Those simmering hot springs, poisonous gases, crackling lava lakes, and salty mirages make the Danakil Depression seem like one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. Even here, life has found a way. Multicolored hydrothermal vents are home to ecosystems that astrobiologists are now using as the analog in the search for life beyond Earth. Number 3. Some of its clouds are alive. Sometimes at dusk, dark, shape-shifting clouds appear near the ground. As they swirl and morph, these clouds can seem positively alive, and it's because they are. Formed by hundreds or thousands of starlings flying in tandem, the phenomenon is known as a murmuration. Scientists suspect the birds engage in this mesmerizing display when they're looking for a spot to roost or evading predators. But it's still a puzzle as to how, exactly, they achieve such exquisite acrobatic synchrony on the fly. Number 2. Earth isn't round. For a long time in Earth's history, people have believed the world is flat. But the Earth isn't exactly round either, which actually gives it more of a rotund appearance if you look at it from the right angle. So, while it is technically a circle, like all bodies that have eaten takeaways too many times, in fact, it's not. Number 1. The largest living structure on Earth. The Great Barrier Reef, off the coast of Australia, is the largest unique structure made up of living organisms on the planet. It goes to the extent that it is the only one that can be seen from space. It extends for more than 2,000 kilometers and hosts thousands of marine species. In 1981, it was declared Patrimony of the Humanity by UNESCO. Are you aware of any other secrets of Earth? We'd be glad to hear about them in the comment section below. Also, remember to click subscribe to be among the smart